those hands and lights can't stop me. I just hold on for dear life. Yeah, I can't give up this feeling that I get when looking down from the sky. Now with you, now with you, that I get when looking down from the sky. It's me now. Can't give up this feeling. It's me now. Can't give up this feeling.
God that the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And for quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that happens in it. Damn man, I'm all that, yeah I'm all that. Looking for that whip, yeah that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have him yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Facts, lot of haters. Tell me where they at, though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap, though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Woo! Everybody wanna do the same thing. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing, and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah. I'm going mainstream. Damn. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Woo. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me. Hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, hold tight. Chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time.
Hello guys, and welcome back to another live stream here on the VB Thomas channel. Today we will be having King of Leagues, the one and only King of Leagues. Of course you guys are quite familiar with it already, but I'll explain it to you guys one more time. Last Friday we had a couple of guys racing from 10 different leagues, and today there's going to be 2 other drivers from that league racing against each other. So hopefully we will be, you know, having a good live stream, a good everything. Thank you guys everyone for being here. Someone has left already, not 100% sure who that is. It's Nikolai, so he's already back in. Can you guys hear it? Can you guys hear it? Oh shit, sorry guys. So you did not hear it. My apologies for that. There's a specific reason for that. Can someone do it again, please? sorry, Sir Newman. I don't know if I can actually do that for you. I'm really sorry, guys. Yeah, no, so basically, Sir Newman did the smooth operation thingy, but I had my sound off, so you guys weren't able to hear it. My apologies, Sir Newman. Alright guys, we are ready to go with a lot of leagues on the, well, on the verge of winning King of Leagues. We have got FOR being in P1, we have got GRL in P2, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, we have got both the FRS drivers going out of the race. I'm not 100% sure what happened there. Let me go to the track map real quick. I think they just DNF'd in the pit lane, as he is going to be all the way in P9. Who is his teammate? If I'm not mistaken, it is going to be another Robin. And that Robin is currently... Let me have a quick look. He is currently in P10. So we've got a couple of guys who are going to be running the same name. But we're currently on board with Scottish, quite a fast driver, as he's entering Sector 3. Sector 3, one of the most easiest sectors in F1 if you don't... Well, if you think about it. It's only 3 corners, then you're already having a DRS straight, and that is basically going to be Sector 3. So one of the most easiest ones. Also Sector 2, I would say, is quite easy. And then you've got... Why is it always freezing? I don't know. Sorry, guys. I'll try it again. It's freezing the whole time already. I don't know. Can you guys let me know when it's frozen again? Just, I don't know what's happening to it. So, Scottish is currently on a fast lap. Let's have a quick look how he's going to be doing this. Currently going into that turn 6, if I'm not mistaken. Might be turn 5. And then we've got turn 6, and he touches the wall right there. It might have been a broken front wing already for the DER driver, and my camera froze again. Guys, 1 second, please. Alright, it should be a little bit better. Let me have a quick look for you guys. I've had technical issues for quite some time already now. Yesterday I wasn't even able to stream because of it. Okay, now I'm not able... Okay, fair enough. Okay, this is fun. Apparently it doesn't work. It'll just be without a camera, guys. My apologies. My apologies. Alright, so Scott is on a fast lap. I don't think he'll be able to put himself on pole with that broken front wing, though, as he's coming down the line right now. 132.6. I do think a lot of guys are going to be able to do better. We've got Welsh Jack right on the tail of Scottish here. Scottish really needs to watch out because Welsh Jack is a GRL driver, and they're currently competing for that top position in the in the Constructors Championship. Welsh Jack now going down that main straight. DRS wide open, as he's going to go into that fast right-hander. Turn 6, if I'm not mistaken. And then, oh, almost touches the wall. I think he did, actually. I think he did touch that wall. And then we've got a slow left-hander and a right-hander. A little bit of a chicane. Kind of locked up there. Not 100% sure. The box puts himself on pole, 131.8. If I'm not mistaken, it's a FOR driver who is definitely going to be competing with Welsh Jack today. Welsh Jack coming around Sector 2 right now, as he's going through those fast left-right-handers. And that is going to be Sector 2. Last corner of Sector 2. Almost touches the wall. Playing around with the track limits right there and the wall. And going down the main straight, as he's going to be using a lot of DRS too. And will he be able to put himself on pole? Welsh Jack, one of the drivers who took part in last series, as that is going to be the second edition of King of Leagues. And he did quite well, if I remember well. He was in the top 5 of that Pool 1 race, together with his 3 teammates. BTA William in P1 with a 131.6. As I think that is going to be a Delta Zero production driver. Welsh Jack now coming down the line in P2, 131.7. So that is going to be about 1.5 tenths slower than BTA William. Let's go to the back of the grid, as I know Lord Jinsey is also a very fast driver, driving for F1 RL, which is going to be a league I commentate for. And then, of course, we've got Kaka. Lord Jinsey puts himself in P4, 132.1. Not a bad lap at all. So let's go on board with Kaka. as he's racing for our sponsor. Our sponsor is going to be Divine Eye Racing, so make sure to check them out, guys. They're a great league. Kaka puts himself in P5 at 132.1. And there's a lot of guys who haven't put a lap in yet, including Derek. I think he's got the fastest second sector, but that's kind of a glitch going into this fast left-right-hander. And there's a guy right behind him. I think he got a little bit of a tow from that driver, as I think someone else came across the line. And that is going to be Nikolai, also a DZP driver, as he's going to be in P2 with a 131.6. Derek in P10. Not a great result for GRL, actually. We see Wells Jake being in P3. They're going to be scoring quite a few points off that. But Derek in P10, not too amazing if you ask me, if they're competing for P1 in the Drivers' Championship. Well, the Drivers' Championship, the Constructors' Championship, the Team Championship. We've got McLeod DNFing too. I think he crashed coming out of sector, turn 6, if I'm not mistaken. Skull the Bull, is he going to be on a fast lap? Doesn't look like it. He is on a, he invalidated his lap, so he's not going to be able to improve. Sheepy Calf with another lap. Hopefully, he's using a lot of DRS. Does he have enough ERS saved? It does look like it. Dynamate straight he comes. He's got a GRL driver right in front of him. Hopefully, he's not going to be impeded by that driver. No, he's going to the side. Beautifully done by possibly Derek, as Welschek is in the pit lane. F1RL now coming around the last corners. And what is Sheepy Gaff going to do? Saved a lot of ERS. I think he's saving some more ERS to go again. No, he's coming into the pits. Alfie in P14. As I'm just going to have a quick look if I can get my camera fixed again. Doesn't look like it. Thank you for the follow, Walls. Really appreciate it. Kaka, my cousin. Oh, what a name he has, eh? What a name he has. It's crazy. Well, let's go on board with someone else. Derek is still... Well, he's coming into the pits. A lot of guys are still in the pits. I think we've got the box here. FOR driver currently in P4. Where's the other FOR driver? He's only in P9, so they might be losing a couple of points here to the competition. And DZP currently scoring full points for the team, as they've got William in P1 and Nikolai in P2. Both drivers actually doing a great job competing here with the rest of the grid. So they've, what we told you guys last week, they've actually put all their good drivers in the second race, and that was what we were afraid for. That all the drivers put their best drivers in the first race, and that there's one team in the second race that put all their best drivers in the second race. And it looks like that's going to be DZP today, in P1 and P2. So yeah, they're not doing a bad job. JDM on a fast lap. He is currently running a different livery than they were last week. It is going to be RERL, racing in the purple livery, as this is going to be the owner. Thank you very much for the follow, Criplex. Really appreciate it. I assume you're from Slovakia, as you've got the SK, but I'm not 100% sure. We've got a SRL fan in the chat, Benji. Sheepy Cav is definitely not going to be happy with that. JDM now coming around sector 1, as he's coming into that slow left right-hander. Almost goes into the wall. He's glitching a little bit here. JDM, this might not be ideal for the race. We might need to do something about that. C'est sympa les gars qui comment vraiment. Oui, oui, Wells. Je ne parle pas le français très bien, mais je sais un peu de français, pas bien, mais oui. Yep, I'm Alfie's teammate in BP on Come On Alfie. There we go. Thank you for the follow, Ginger Ninja. Really appreciate it. And we've got JDM now coming down the straight. Yo, Vindog, how are you doing, mate? How are you doing? Let me have a quick look with Atmos here, as that is going to be the BP driver, if I'm not mistaken. And the other BP... No, that is going to be FRS. FRS. So, Robin running the FRS livery, the black and yellow. Absolutely beautiful livery. And both the FRS drivers actually tuned into the game, into the race about a couple of hours ago, because they had troubles. But it looks like Robin, all the way in P19, is not going to be racing anymore. For this event, I'm not F1RL fan. They have not signed me as a fan. Fair enough. My games have collapsed, but I've finally got on the game. Don't suppose there's any way I can take my spot. No, unfortunately not, Jinja. We've already got 2 SRL drivers, being No, you're from GRL. My apologies. Oh, no, Derek took your place, mate. He's currently in a night lap. Robin coming around the last couple of corners. He had the fastest second sector, though. Will he be able to improve a little bit here in Sector 3? Let me put the lap data in. As Ollie puts himself in P1 right now. 131.5. Not a bad lap at all. As they're going to be taking the lead right now. Hope happily. Yeah, fortunately it won't happen, Jinja. My apologies. And Robin improves by a second. 132.1. Puts himself in P6. Scottish comes across the line to put a P6. As he steals that P6 from Robin right there. And let me have a quick look. Right here at the bottom. Skull the Bull on an out lap. As the box puts himself on pole. Beautiful lap from the FOR driver. They have pushed. They saw that DZP was running away with all the points. Currently in P1, FOR drivers here. With a 131.5. A good improvement, actually 6,000s on Ollie. I think Ollie is... What team is he racing for? What team is he racing for? Ollie. What is the yellow livery? Is all... 1 second, guys. Ollie is racing for BP, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, indeed he is. Wells Jack right now coming across the line with a 131.2. And the box and Ollie have been pushed back. So Wells Jack is going to be taking full points for GRL already. And let me go back to the back of the grid right now. As Kieran currently in P17. Not a great lap from the RERL driver. Is there someone else coming down the line? It's a blue car, and that is going to be the Steps. Not a bad lap from the RERL driver at all. As he's going to be the first out of them two to be in the top 10. Elizabeth might be able to come into the top 10, but I'm not 100% sure. Thank you very much for the compliment, Criplex. Really appreciate it. Both DZP drivers coming into the pits. I think it is going to be William coming into the pits too, right in front of Scottish, if I'm not mistaken. Is that going to be Scottish? It is going to be Scottish. He invalidated this lap, so he'll have to come to the pits to go for new tires. And I really wonder what the strategy is here in Las Vegas. Will it be medium hards? I would say so, wouldn't it? Or will it be soft mediums? I have no clue what the right strategy is. Nikalin currently coming around the last couple of corners as he takes that corner beautifully. Touches a lot of curbs down the inside, and that's how you should take that corner, if I'm being totally honest with you. Coming around the last corner, and he will come down the line to put himself in P13, a 132.2. Almost spin. Well, he spins out, but oh, tire deck is horrendous here. Yeah, then it's going to be a medium hard strategy or a two-stopper. That's also a possibility. Let me have a quick look at the back of the grid. Skull the Bull up on his time by about 1.5 seconds. Almost goes into the wall. Touches the curb quite nice there. And now he's got ERS, which he can drain down this straight. And it will be 1.5. Let me have a quick look. That will be somewhere around P15. And it will be P17 for Skull the Bull. SRL not doing a great job scoring points here. We've got Skull the Bull in P17 and McLeod DNFing from the qualifying session. So they're currently in P17 and P20. So that is not going to be some great points for SRL. Let me go on board with some other drivers here. Derek on a fast lap, 1.4 seconds slower, so that won't be an improvement, I'm afraid. And Lord Jinsey on an out lap, and he's coming around the last couple of corners, so that might be a good lap from Lord Jinsey. Let us have a quick look whether he's going to be able to improve in this fast lap. I will have a quick look, guys, with you to see how you should take these corners. I'm not the biggest expert, but as you can see, Lord Jinsey takes this quite nice, tries to go as smooth as possible onto the throttle. And you've got a fast right-hander, goes a little bit too deep into that corner. I'm afraid that is costing him a couple of tenths. Now we've got, oh, he's already backing out. I think he's gonna go for another one. What assists are allowed? So all assists are allowed except for pit assists and ERS and DRS. Just because there's a lot of guys who are really fast with full traction, so I'm not gonna not allow that, you know. We've got a good luck from a league owner that is not the owner of the league, that is the Stepson, but he still wishes him a lot of luck. because the Steps also races in DER. So actually DER has a lot of, well, powerful drivers. They're currently in P6, P8, and in P12. So not bad at all, competing with the best drivers out of every league. And hopefully they're going to make their dream come through and enter the top 5. School the Bull retires from the session, currently in P18. Apparently Steps races in BP2. So Steps races in a lot of leagues, but that's lovely to see because that's how you improve your racing. Let me have a quick look where Lord Jinzi. He's going to go for another one. He's got a yellow car right behind him. What a traitor. Yeah, the Steps had to choose, and he chose to go with ORL. So ORL not doing really great in the championship. I think they're currently last or second to last. I'm just gonna have a quick look in the standings. They're currently in P8 with 13 points in total, so not great. They still are gonna be able to gain a couple of points here. Thank you for the follow, Brad Races. Really appreciate it, mate. Lord Jinzi entering Sector 1. He's got that yellow car. He's quite close, but the yellow car is actually too close because if Lord Jinzi makes a mistake, the yellow car cannot report him because he was too close to Lord Jinzi starting his lap. So maybe he's going to try and get a little bit of slipstream from Lord Jinzi down the last straight, which might be a good strategy if I'm being honest with you. But Lord Jinzi actually has a lot of pace coming around Sector 1. As he's now entering Sector 2 after this corner. Almost touches the wall. Plays around with the track limits right there. But Lord Jinzi, a very fast driver. I think he's currently P1 in F1 RL. So he's the championship leader in Division 1. Takes quite of an interesting corner through there. I think he should have gone a little bit tighter. And almost kisses the wall there. And that's, I think that's how you gain a lot of speed around Las Vegas. Just play around with the walls. Even if you touch the wall. Who cares, you know? Down the straight he goes, entering Sector 3. He's 3/10 up on his time, which will put him somewhere around the top 6. So will he be able to gain some more time here coming through this last sector? And down the straight he goes. Lord Jinzi, it will be a 131, but where will he end up in? A 131.6 puts himself in P4. Good lap from Lord Jinzi as the qualifying is over, so he won't be able to improve anymore. And the big names to look at are the DZP guys. They managed to get across the line quite in time. They're on a fast lap right now, but they put themselves on pole, both of them. Well, one in P1 and one in P2. Quite early in this qualifying session, the box puts himself on pole, a 131.1, and he won't be able to improve anymore. Welsjack has retired from the session. He thought it was enough, but it's not enough because the box comes across the line to put himself in P1. What will William be doing? Kaka ends up in P9, Atmos, Robin in P11, and then we've got Sheepy Kev in P15. So we've got quite a big gap between both of the F1 RL drivers. And William coming down the main straight. Will he be putting himself on pole? It's definitely looking like it. 131.1 puts himself on pole by a couple of hundreds. William for DZP. What will Nikolai do? He's not up on his time, so I'm afraid it will be a P6 for the DZP driver. It's not an improvement. What will Ollie be doing? He's not up on his time coming into Sector 3. But maybe with a little bit of more straight line speed, 1/10 up, and that will be a P4, so he stays in his position. Lord Jinzi is now going to be able to improve. Derek, there's someone coming across the line. That is going to be a black car. Who's that black car? It's Nikolai. Nikolin puts himself on pole, a 131.1, as that is going to be your pole time for today. The FOR driver came in clutch and puts himself on pole for tonight. DZP in P2, and then we've got another FOR driver in P3. Welsjack, who didn't know the competition, actually only ends up in P4, and then we've got Ollie in P5. So the top 3 is so close to each other. Look at that time. A 131.1, a 131.1, and a 131.1. All these guys running soft tires during the qualifying session, but the qualifying session is over. Lord Jinzi is the only one to still come into the pits, as then we are going to be finishing off this qualifying session and going on to the race, a 50% race around Las Vegas. There's a leak yesterday. No, not yesterday. I think it was on Tuesday. They had a leak race around Las Vegas, and I'm a steward there, right? So the problem is, they made 8 reports in one tier. So I'm a little bit afraid that there's going to be some wheel banging and some going into the wall kind of shaky things. And hopefully that's not going to happen. But it might happen. You never know. So we are just patiently waiting to go underway and start this qualifying session. I'm just going to try and get this to work. But it doesn't work. I have no idea why. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm trying to make my camera work, but it just doesn't want to work. It is what it is, guys. My apologies. All right, so here we have got the standings for the qualifying. Well, the standings. Nikalin is going to be... Nikalino. I have no idea how you should pronounce that. Takes pole and takes 5 points for the team. Then we've got William in P2 and the Box in P3. Welshik in P4 and Ollie in P5. Further, we've got Derek, Lord Jinsey, and Nikolai, The Steps, Scottish, Kaka, Kieran, Robin, GDM, Alfie, Elizabeth, Sheepikev, School the Bull, Robin, and McLeod. Both of the bottom drivers have not put a time in on the board. So I think Robin also left the session. I have no idea why. He didn't ask for a new invite, so I guess that doesn't matter too much. I'm just gonna check the Discord if anything is being said about an invite. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. And now every driver is gonna be choosing their setup. So the setups here, it's usually low wings, simply because you want to have, well, you want to be fast down the straights. And the way you do that is by having a lot of wings. Well, not a lot of wings on your car. So usually it's around 10 to 15 on the fronts, 10 to 15 on the rears. We're just waiting for some drivers to get into the lobby. Well, not in the lobby, but like to get into their pit box, whatever you want to call it. I'm really good at that. My camera doesn't work for some reason. Yeah, I'm quite frustrated about that. Yeah, you can change setup stick, so change it if you want. And the setup for qualifying is going to be a little bit different, according to my knowledge, because during the qualifying you want to be running a little bit more tire pressure, but the problem is when you run more tire pressure during the race, you're going to be overheating your tires. So guys, we will not be having a formation lap, so make sure you know that. Safety car is not meant to be off. Is it off, Logan? Well, here we go. We've got 5 red lights for King of Leagues. The second race of the... yeah, Benji, that's true. And off we go. 5 red lights and away we go. We've got a pretty good start from Nikal in there. As there's also an FOR driver trying to go down the inside of the DZP driver. He's still down the inside. There's some yellow flags at the back of the grid. And who is that? It seems like that's going to be Elizabeth together with JDM. As the Box is trying to go around the outside of the pink car. Here he goes down the main straight. He will have the slipstream of his teammate. Here they go as he's making a move down the inside of the DZP driver. Some beautiful racing from the Box there. Both teammates crashing into each other. Derek and Welshak had a little bit of a collision there, as it seems like the FOR driver doesn't leave too much space for William, but just enough to make it through. Ollie, currently in P4, made up a position, if I'm not mistaken. Let me have a quick look with the position changes. Scottish having a good comeback race, qualified in P10. Currently You should be able to hear me back, guys. My apologies. So here comes Scottish. Derek goes down the inside, making an overtake on the DR driver, and also at the back of them. They're 3 wide. They're going 3 wide. Here comes the ORL driver. The steps down the middle as he makes the overtake on 2 drivers at the same time. And around the outside he goes of Derek, and he makes up 2 positions. Also, Scottish loses 2 positions, unfortunately, and Nikolai, currently in P9, has to score some more points for DZP. Scottish makes the overtake on Derek as Derek seems to be coming into the pits. Does he have a broken front wing? It does appear like it. Scottish goes down the inside of the steps, and these two have been racing with each other for a long time already. And it seems like the box has taken the lead of the race. Nicalino currently in P3. As it seems like the box gained 2 positions, switched positions with his teammate. And is Welsh Jack going to be able to make the move on oh my days, this name. Nicalino. He's right on the tail of the FOR driver. And Welsh Jack will definitely have the DRS down the straight. They will only have DRS after lap 3 though. And we're currently in lap 2. He will have the slipstream and the ERS. Will he be using a lot of ERS? Doesn't look like it's 73% right now. And he's not going to be able to make that move. Kieran may be down around the outside of a very interesting corner as he makes up that move to the steps. And the steps gave him a little bit of a touch. Luckily, it didn't go into the wall. Lord Jinzi dropped 3 positions. He qualified in P7, currently in P10. Does he have a broken front wing? Doesn't look like it. Here comes Alfie. Does he go around the outside? It does look like it. And some beautiful racing from Alfie and Lord Jinzi. It seems like the Stab has made the overtake on Kieran. Once again, Scottish is running away. And oh, someone goes into the wall. That is going to be Welsh Jack out of the race. And did he have a collision with someone? Maybe with Nicolino. And the box, a lot of guys are coming into the pits. Not sure why. They're coming into the pits. Nicolino possibly has a broken front wing. Let's go back to the front of the grid. William right behind the box. And will he be going down the main straight? Yes, indeed he will. Into turn 6. Sko gaining a lot of places. Yes, indeed he is. Oh, yes, indeed he is. 8 positions gained. He's right on the tail of Lord Jinzi and that little group. It's a group out of 5 people. Now we've got, of course, Scottish. About 1 second in front of Kieran. So Scottish is going to be scoring quite a few points. Kaka dropped 3 positions. As it doesn't look like a great evening for GRL tonight. As they're currently... one is DNF'd and the other one is in P17. I don't think Twitch is racing, is he? Oh no, he is. Oh, he managed to join back again. Oh, that's nice. Let me go back to the front of the grid as both drivers are having a heated battle for the lead of the race. And William needs to score a lot of points for DZP. They haven't scored many points last race. I think they've got about 19 points. As they're now coming around turn 14. I think it is 14. And he makes that overtake. Down the inside he goes. I don't think he has the DRS, does he? He doesn't have the DRS. Will the box be making that overtake again? He will go around the outside. Not much room given. But he wasn't going to go for that move anyway. Nikolai dropped back a couple of positions. Did he have an incident? He's coming into the pits. Does he have a broken front wing? It does look like it. Here comes Kieran on the tail of the steps. 4 10s in between the steps and Kieran. And here comes Kieran on the tail of the ORL driver. He makes that move. He's choosing the inside line into turn 6. Will he be in front of the ORL driver? Yes, indeed he is. As he makes up a position up into P5. 7 positions gained already for Kieran. Not a bad job at all. Let's have a quick look at the tires. The top 2 drivers of them are running hard tires. It's quite interesting that they're actually kind of, making up a gap. Look at that. William on the hard tires. 1.1 second in front of the box. Very interesting, though. Very interesting. So does that mean the hard tires are faster than the medium tires at this point during the race? Lord Jinzi on the tail of Alfie. Here they come down the straight. They will have DRS. And will Lord Jinzi be using that? Do they have DRS? I do think they have DRS. Yeah, they do. There we go. A lot of straight line speed from Alfie here. He's not going to be making up a position, so Lord Jinzi will just have to be patiently wait. School the Bull. The reason for him gaining a lot of positions is because he's on the soft tires. The steps makes up a position once again on Kieran. As I think Kieran will have the opportunity to use the DRS once again. Here he comes on the tail of the steps. And do they have DRS down this straight? I would say so. The box coming into the pits. Switching from mediums to... I'm not sure what tire he's going on. But this is not going to be great for FOR because we've got Nicalino all the way in P13. And the box has a broken front wing. That is possibly going to be the reason why he's coming into the pits. Here comes Kieran once again making the overtake down the inside into turn 6. And I think this is a very common overtaking spot for the guys because they do have the DRS coming down that straight. And now it is William in P1 for DZP taking the lead of the race with about 3 seconds on his main rival at this point, Ollie, who's racing for... Is that BP? It is possibly BP. Who is the other BP driver? Is that Elfie? I think it is Elfie, isn't it? Let me have a quick look at their... Oh yeah, they're using the same livery. That's always nice. And we've got a little bit of a DRS group of 5 people. Scottish does have a gap of about 1.3 seconds. Here comes the steps. Down the main straight he goes. On the tail of Kieran. He will be making that move again with the use of DRS. Kieran simply doesn't have DRS. Will Alfie Hudson be benefiting from that? There is a retirement from the session. It is Robin in Sector 1. Nobody seems to be coming into the pits. Alfie Hudson making the overtake on Kieran down the inside. And he's up into P5. Kieran lost 2 positions. 1 to the steps, 1 to Kieran. 1 to Alfie. There's someone else coming into the pits. It's Cool the Bull on these 5 lap bolt softs. Derek in P14. 3 lap old mediums, not great. He's right on the tail of the box. So they're still going to be scoring some points for the team. And they're still going to be, you know, quite close in the championship battle. Alfie Hudson makes up a position to the steps. A 4-way battle as they're still going side by side. But Alfie takes the lead of this group coming through that first sector section. Scottish takes quite a bit of a lead, so currently in P3, not a bad job at all. Apparently he has some front wing damage. But it's gonna be even harder for these guys to close down the gap to Scottish when they're battling with each other this hard. Look at this beautiful racing from the 4 of them. They're just racing in a group. And I think they have to work together with each other, apart from, you know, instead of battling with each other, because that's not how it's going to work. The steps around the outside, goes back onto the racing line. It gives the other driver a little bit of slipstream. Here comes Kieran with an aggressive move down the inside. What will the other driver do? It's Lord Jinsey, if I'm not mistaken. He's going to back out of it. He was trying to go down the inside. Elizabeth in P8 makes up a position to JDM. It seems like JDM is trying to make a switchback work. Some beautiful racing from the both of them. Here comes JDM. He makes up that position again on Elizabeth. And this is for P8, guys. This is for P8. Some big points for the team. Here comes Elizabeth around the outside. JDM does leave enough space for her to go by. But he goes back down the inside. Elizabeth does leave enough room. And Elizabeth takes P8. But JDM will have the DRS down this straight. And he does have a good line coming through that corner. Down the inside he goes. Some beautiful racing from these two. What will JDM be doing? Will he be having the slipstream? Yes, indeed he will. And will he be going down the straight? Yes, he will. And he makes up a position up into P8. 1/10 gained. Well, 1/10 in front of Elizabeth. But now Elizabeth will have the DRS once again down the straight. So this is really back and forth racing. We're currently in lap 7 out of the 25. The GRL drivers are Welshjack, who's currently DNF'd from the race, and Derek in P12. So as things are looking like right now, FOR is going to be scoring more points than GRL. Here comes Elfie, past Kieran, gives back that position for some reason. Will he be having the DRS? This is some DRS plays, guys. Who will have the DRS because the steps is running away, and Lord Jinsey takes two flies in one. Oh no, here comes Alfie down the inside. It's a 3-way battle, but they're not going 3 side. It seems like Lord Jinsey is just patiently waiting. Some interesting thoughts from Lord Jinsey. Oh, Kieran with a little snap coming through that corner. What will Lord Jinsey be doing? He's waiting for the right moment, and I think that right moment is going to be now. But he doesn't have a lot of straight line speed. That's the problem with Lord Jinsey's setup right now. He doesn't have a lot of ERS. He's trying to go down the inside, but he's backing out. A late lunge from the BP driver. That's Elfie. Kieran with a little snap there. Elfie around the outside. Kieran doesn't leave enough room. It does look like it. Down the main straight they go. Lord Jinsey will have the DRS. What will both of the drivers in front of him do? Kieran takes P5 again. And the steps already has a gap of 1.3 seconds right now. Elfie down the inside. Elfie still waiting to gain this position and kind of create a gap to Kieran. So the steps has already gained some time on the guys behind him. So he's oh, Kieran with some good speed coming through sector 1 though. He makes up a bit of time to the steps. He's already winning the DRS second. So he will have the DRS down the straight. And Williams still a 4.2 second lead. And Scottish a 4.1 second gap to Ollie. But he's still in P3, so that is great. Let's go back to JDM and Elizabeth, as JDM is going to have the DRS coming down this straight. And what will JDM be doing? He's going to make that move before Elizabeth. Before he has the DRS, and Elizabeth cannot do anything except for staring and waiting. As Nicolino and Kaka in the box are gaining some time on these guys, thanks to the battling. But you know, the more souls, the more joy, or however they say that. Oh, Nicolino touches the wall. Does he have a broken front wing though? Kaka on the tail of Nicolino. And Nicolino, he will definitely be cooking here. Going into sector 1. And Kaka, he's kind of keeping the toe off Nicolino. And Nicolino, quite of a fast driver. Kieran made the overtake on the steps again. 8-lap old mediums. When will these guys be coming into the pits? 25 laps, I would say around lap 10. And then going on to the hard tires. But it's all depending on the undercut. What are damage settings? Standard. The damage settings are on standard. I'm just going to have a quick look with Nicolino down the inside of Elizabeth. Makes up that position quite easy there. As his next target is going to be JDM. And Nicolino being on those 6-lap old mediums. He still has to come into the pits once this race. Simply because those mediums are not going to hold up. The box on the tail of Kaka. And once again an FOR driver. As I don't think Derek is going to be keeping the toe of these guys. And Lord Jinsey making the overtake on Elfie. Around the outside he goes. And that is going to be a move done. And now he's trying to gain a position. Here comes the step down the inside. And that is going to be a... Oh, McLeod retired from the session. I think he crashed out at the same place where he crashed out during the qualifying. So he's going to be out of the race. Kaka making up a position to Elizabeth. Down the inside he goes. And that is going to be an overtake. The box already made the overtake. Quite of an interesting one. As McLeod has left the session, unfortunately. As there is going to be a yellow flag. Why is that car not getting removed? Hopefully... Oh, the car is removed. Lovely. Sheepy Cav in P16. Not able to keep up with the toe... Well, with the pace of the guys in front of him. As it seems like Nicolino... Well, JDM, it looked like he gave him that position just to make things easier. I'm not too sure what for. Down the straight he goes. Will he be making up a position? Doesn't look like it. He does have the DRS, but he's not going to go for it. JDM patiently waiting. He's still in the top 10, so he's still going to be scoring a lot of points for the team. But will it be enough? Kieran, the steps, and Lord Jinsey currently battling for the top 4. But still, even if you score 5 or, I mean, P5, P6, P7, you're going to be scoring a lot of points because everyone who finishes scores points here in King of Leagues. Kieran in P5 is going to be able to make that move thanks to a mistake from the steps. Down the inside he goes. And what will Lord Jinsey do? What will Lord Jinsey do? He will have the DRS. There goes Lord Jinsey past the steps, although the steps does have the slipstream. Does he have the DRS though? He doesn't even have the DRS. How does he have so much straight line speed? Look at that. The steps with an interesting setup. As Lord Jinsey is now waiting to get past the steps and Kieran. I think he's winning the prize of most patient racer on the grid today. The box trying to get past JDM. Here he comes. Around the outside he goes. And that is going to be overtake. Done by the FOR driver, being on 6-lap old hard, so he's potentially going to be able to finish the race on these hard tires. And now here comes Lord Jinsey with the DRS. And it looks like the Steps has less pace with the DRS than he had pace without the DRS. Kieran still keeping P4 at 3.7 seconds to Scottish. So we can clearly say that Scottish is definitely looking for some good points for DER here today. Consistency is key for these drivers. And what is Derry going to do? 1.4 seconds behind JDM. He just made that overtake on Kaka, who's running 10 lap old hard, so he'll have to come into the pits around lap 15. And all of the guys who are running medium tires right now are not coming into the pits, so I'm not sure when the right pit stop, well, when the pit stop is opening for these guys. Lord Jinsey still being in P6. And it's such a hard thing to do as a racing driver. I'm curious how many drivers have wing minor wing damage. That is true. Tutsky, I have no idea. I have no option on how to see it. Although there are some, you know, there are some programs where I'm able to find that kind of information. But the problem is that my laptop will bug even more. So Scottish is the first one to come into the pits. I'm just gonna blow my nose real quick, guys. Lord Jinsey trying to make the overtake on the Steps, who had an interesting line coming through turn 4. And here comes Lord Jinsey, is gonna try and make it. Oh, Elfie almost going into the back. Is he gonna change his wings? I'm not sure. He did drop back to P13, but he's on fresh hearts, so he's gonna be faster than all the guys in front of him. But Nicalino in P8, he has scored. I mean, he has gained so much time on Scottish. Nicalino on the tail of the box. Both teammates trying to work together. But there is one thing that I do need to mention. Both drivers are running a different livery. Both drivers are running a different livery. So that is going to be point reduction for FOR. Rules are rules. I still have to decide how many points that is going to be. But they're currently in P7 and P8. But they're going to drop positions. I mean, they're at least going to lose points. Lord Jinsey has finally made the overtake on the Steps. So he has made up his way. Kieran currently in P3. What a surprising result. And it looks like William is having a gap of about 7.7 seconds. I watched Scottish POV in a bit to check if he changed wings. Jinsey is having some good stuff here. Yes, indeed he is. And a DNF. That is going to be Robin Twitch. All the way in P17. There's a lot of guys coming into the pits. And Robin also has left the session, so FSR is not going to be scoring a single point tonight, unfortunately. And let me have a quick look with the box. And Nicalino both entered the top 5. But I do think the guys behind him will be able to catch up, simply because they will have fresher tires. Nicalino running 10 lap on mediums, the box running 8 lap on hards. They're going to die off pretty soon. But yeah, how much time can these guys make up? They're currently working together with each other, so that's also a thing to keep in mind. And Lord Jinsey was actually running hard tires. That is quite surprising. I didn't know that. Nobody has a penalty yet. Position change wise, I would have left if he kept the pace. It's a low wing track. Nicalino, 3 positions lost. The box, 2 positions lost. JDM being the biggest winner of right now. 8 positions gained. But he's going to get overtaken by Kaka around the outside. Here they come. William is coming into the pits. And what tire is he on? He's on hard tires. Here comes Scottish trying to go past JDM. And it looks like he's making it difficult for JDM to make that corner work. Beautifully done by Scottish. And now he needs to make the overtake on Kaka. Is there going to be some miscommunication? No, there isn't. Scottish goes around the outside and Kaka comes into the pits. So is JDM. Kaka with a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Someone has retired in the session, didn't they? Or did they leave the session? No idea. Kieran gain the position on these one-lap-old hards. It seems like Ollie has come in front of Kieran. That's interesting. Was he in front of him already? Possibly. Ollie now on the tail of Scottish. About one second. He's right within that 1 second. 11 more laps to go for these guys. Now they're entering Sector 2. Both the FOR drivers are battling with each other. But where is the second DZP driver? He's only in P12. He did come into the pits. So he will gain a position from Skull the Bull, possibly from Nicalino. But that all depends on how far they're back. Well, they're behind Nicalino. Here comes Ollie on the tail of Scottish. He's going around the outside with the use of DRS. He doesn't have plenty of ERS left, which Scottish does. But he will lose that position. 2-lap-old hards for Scottish. He will be faster at the end of the race. But as of right now, Ollie will have more pace on these medium tires as they are fresher. And the medium tires are also a little bit faster than the hard tires. Three-way battle. Lord Jinsey comes into the pits. He's on those hard tires. And the box... he's right behind his teammate William being on medium tires. Look how much of a gap he's got to these two. And he's on fresh medium. So Nicalino and the box, are they going to be scoring? Yeah, yes, indeed. But we've got Nikolai only in P13, so that's quite disappointing. Doesn't matter. Are the guys making an overtake? Alfie making the overtake on Lord Jinsey. Lord Jinsey shows soft tires. Jinsey's so... Oh, Jinsey shows soft tires. What an interesting strategy, guys. 10 more laps to go. Jinsey went from hards to soft tires. I think he should have extended those hard tires a little bit more because I don't fully think he's going to make it on the softs. Well, he is, but he's possibly going to lose a lot of time. Kaka being on the tail of the steps, as I think the steps was not battling with Kaka earlier. Kaka does have a 5-second time penalty though. Yeah, sorry, Tusky. That came out very weird. Oh, the box making the overtake on his teammate. As he is on fresher tires as of right now, because those 12-lap-old mediums are dead. They're dead. The guys came into the pits when their tires were 12-lap-old mediums. And I think he's even coming into the pits. Both of the FOR drivers coming into the pits. Both of the FOR drivers coming into the pits. So this is going to be a double stack from the FOR team. I hope they're not going to retire. They're not going to retire. This is going to be a double stack. Oh, wait. Oh, that is so lucky. Oh, that is so lucky. All right. So they're still going to be right behind each other. I thought there was going to be a double stack, but there isn't because it's not the same team. Technically it is, but the game doesn't register it as that. So they dropped to P7 and P8. They're going to be behind Alfie, Lord Jinsey, Kieran, and Scottish. Although I do think they're going to be able to make that move again. Here comes Nicalino. The box says, you have a little bit more pace than me, buddy. You go ahead. You take all the risk of overtaking Alfie and the rest of the guys. So they're still going to be scoring a lot of points, but maybe I should already say how much points they're going to lose on stream. Just to prevent any, that you guys are going to be saying that I'm biased or anything. So I'm going to put a 5-point reduction for not running the same livery. That might be the amount of points they need to compete. Oh no, they don't need those points. But it's going to be a 5-point reduction for 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 not running the same livery. I'm just going to have a quick look with F1 RL if they have the same livery. Yes, indeed they do. BTA William with a 132 point something. He is in the lead by quite a bit. He's not really battling with anyone. I think the one he should have been battling with was Welshjack. But he DNF'd in lap 1. Derek making that overtake on the steps. And that is going to be easy move done. Kaka on the tail of the box. Will he be keeping the toe? I think the box is just trying to... I'm not too sure. There's a three-way battle at the back of the grid here. The steps trying to make the overtake on Derek. But here comes Nikolai. It's a three-way battle for the top 10. Nikolai trying to make that overtake on the steps. And will he be able to? Doesn't look like it. DRS wide open. He does have a lot of straight line speed. Slipstream wide open. Here he comes. Down the inside he goes. The steps cannot go down the inside. Nikolai making a deep dive bomb. He pushes the steps a little bit deep into that corner. He will make that overtake. But that will possibly be a report from the steps. Because Nikolai pushed him a little wide. Although he did give that position back. Kind of backed out of the overtake around the outside. But this is a... ooh, look at that gap from the steps to Derek. Already up to 1 second. So the guys will not have DRS here. Well, Nikolai will because he's on the tail of the steps. But the steps will not have the DRS to help him keep the DZP driver behind him. What is the box going to do right on the tail of Elfie? And here he goes. He's sniffing that butt. Look at that. Sniffing the butt. Around the outside he goes. And he's going to be making that overtake. P7 for the box. He's back again behind his teammate. And what will Nikolai be doing? And with the DRS, he made easy work out of the steps. Apparently, Alfie is losing a lot of pace. Might have a broken front wing. It doesn't look like he's got any visual damage. But he still managed to make the overtake on Kaka, though. Oh, no. He already made the overtake. Now it's... oh, yeah. Both Nicolino and the box made that overtake on Alfie. As he was racing, well, he was in P6. Now Nicolino on the tail of Lord Jinzi. And this will be a very interesting battle because Lord Jinzi is running soft tires. Nicolino is running a medium tires. But both drivers being the same age as Nicolino has a little bit more pace in his car than Lord Jinzi has, I think. Around the... ooh, a little bit of a slip there from Nicolino. As they're now entering Sector 2. A little bit of an awkward line from Lord Jinzi, but he's got more straight line speed. What will Nicolino do? Does Lord Jinzi have the DRS? Doesn't look like it. Nicolino, around the outside he goes. Chooses an interesting line. He has to keep it behind Lord Jinzi because then he will have the DRS. What will Kieran be doing? Nicolino going onto the curb a little bit too much. Look how much speed he loses coming down the straight. 7 tenths behind Lord Jinzi. And it will not be enough, I'm afraid. DRS wide open. Will he be making the overtake? Kaka making the overtake on Alfie. Here he comes. Beautiful overtake from Kaka. What will Lord Jinzi be doing? Derek making the overtake on Alfie. As he's going down the inside. And Alfie losing more positions. He's dropping to P10 already. And the guys who were at the back of the grid at some point during this race are making a comeback race work. Nicolino trying to make the overtake on Lord Jinzi once again. He does have a good line coming through that corner, but will it be enough? Because Lord Jinzi does have the DRS from Kieran. Kieran being on these 6-lap-old hards will not be having the benefit. 3 wide into turn 6, 3 wide, but it is the FOR driver going into the wall. Does have a little bit broken front wing there. I think Kieran loses a position, and I think Lord Jinzi lost one too. Some beautiful overtakes there from Nicolino going down the inside, 3 wide into turn 6. Quite of a risky move. But the more these guys are going to be battling, the more beneficial it's going to be for the box. Currently in P7. 3 lap-old mediums. He will have the freshest mediums out of everyone, including his teammate Nicolino, who came into the pits at the same time. There's also a 4-way battle for P8. Kaka trying to keep these guys behind. And I think Scottish is going to take P3 for now, although Nicolino could gain a lot of pace. He does, could gain a lot of time. Here comes Kaka. Here comes Derek around the outside with the use of DRS. That's going to be move done. And I think Kieran made the overtake on Lord Jinzi. No, it's the other way around. Lord Jinzi made the overtake on Kieran. They do have the DRS from Nicolino. Back on the tail of Derek. He's losing a little bit of speed. But DER is going to be scoring a lot of points. Kaka does have a 5-second time penalty though. So King of Leagues, I'm assuming, is 2 people from every league you commentate. Foxy, yes, for this edition it is. But for the next edition, it will be 4 drivers from each league during the race. And that will only be 1 race. Here comes Kieran down the straight. making the overtake on Lord Jinzi again. And I do commentate it. It's a way for me to promote my channel and to give a good environment for the guys to race on. Usually the guys want to race against some other drivers that are not in the league they're racing in. So I'm organizing the races. They're able to race. There's a prize for the winning leagues. And it's a good way for me to promote the channel. It's a good way for me to promote the sponsors and all that kind of stuff. So it's a win-win situation for everyone. And yeah, hopefully, you know. Oh, the box trying to make the overtake on Kieran. Hopefully everyone enjoys everything that I've done for you already. I mean, that sounds really cocky. I hope you guys enjoyed the event. That's, you know, that's a good way to say it. Here comes the box around the outside of Kieran. Will Kieran be overtaken by Lord Jinzi? Here comes Lord Jinzi down the main straight. He's got the DRS. Will it be enough for Lord Jinzi to gain 2 positions? It doesn't look like it. And he's only gaining 1. Kaka making the overtake on Derek again. He does have that 5-second time penalty, which is very, very sour. Nikolai entering the top 10. Not a bad job at all from the DZB driver, as they are currently in P1 and P10. So that will be a total of, let me have a quick think. I think 36 points, if I'm not mistaken. Around the outside he goes. Beautiful overtaking opportunities here from Nikolai, making the switchback work. Look at that move from Nikolai. But it seems like Derek has more straight lines. More speed coming through that corner. Better exit. And Nikolai almost made a switchback work, but it wasn't enough. Now makes that move with the use of DRS. And that is going to be move done by Nikolai. Enters the top 9. But I don't think he will give up. Derek, he won't give up. He won't give up. Entering sector 2 in a sec. As he's touching the curbs quite nice there. Nikolai has to keep this position. And what will Kaka be doing? 1.8 seconds behind Kieran. It's going to be a 4-way battle for P5. And when that happens, everything can happen. Although I think Kaka needs to focus on gaining 5 seconds on Nikolai rather than getting into P5. Because that's going to be even harder. Because he's going to lose that position anyway. The guys at the back of the grid are having a heated battle. It's a 3-way battle for P14. That's also lovely to see. Derek making the overtake on Nikolai. And down the main straight, let me have a focus on these guys. Because it's going to be a DRS opportunity for all 3 of them. Well, except for Elizabeth. She's getting overtaken by Sheepy Kevin Skull the Bull. Possibly down the main straight. I think Skull the Bull is running a different livery than his teammate. Oh no, McLeod is already the DNF. Never mind. They're running a beautiful livery though. I do have to say that. Here comes Sheepy Kev on the tail of Elizabeth. Down the inside he goes. And will it be enough for Sheepy Kev? It does look like it. Oh, yes indeed it is. Yes indeed it is. Skull the Bull has to wait. He won't be able to make that overtake. Let's go back to Derek as he's on the tail of Nikolai. He's gonna have the DRS right now. Almost touches the wall. I think he did touch the wall. He will have the DRS and he will make that overtake. Around the outside he goes. And Nikolai cannot do anything about it. Although he does try to keep that position. Oh, Derek. Oh, and they're having an incident with each other and they're stuck. There goes Nikolai with a broken front wing. 3 more laps to go. So will he be coming into the pits?
I am stupid.
someone someone using the I am stupid emote when someone crashed. Very funny, very, very funny. Nikolai currently in P13. Skull the Bull with a 3-second time penalty. He's currently in P15. It's still a 3-way battle for P14. But Nikolai, will he be coming into the pits to grab the fastest lap? That is a good thought. Scottish. Oh, look at that gap from Nicolino to Scottish. He has gained. Oh, commentator's curse. Fair enough. I didn't say anything about it though. Nicolino almost within the DRS second of Scottish. 2 more laps to go. So it's it's going to be very close between Scottish and Nicolino. The problem that I'm having is look at the tire difference. 11-lap-old hards compared to 7-lap-old mediums. These mediums can still go for about 5 to 6 laps. And the hard tires from Scottish, about the same, but the mediums are always going to be faster. Apparently Scottish has more wing damage now. And that is going to be... that is not going to be enough to keep Nicalino behind him. So I'm afraid Nicalino is going to take P3. And the box is going to take P5. And Scottish is going to be in between both of the FOR drivers. Look at that. Nicalino already within the DRS. It's not going to be enough for Scottish, I'm afraid. Unless Nicalino crashes into the wall, of course. And that would be more spicy for the team standings, of course, at the end of the event. Look at the back of the grid here. Skull the Bull having a battle with Sheepy Kev. Some beautiful racing between the both of them. And Elizabeth trying to keep the toe of these two as they're entering Sector 2 in a second. And both... Oh, look at that. Both the DZP drivers almost behind each other. Nikolai going onto the soft tires. Kaka 5-second gap. Scott, okay. Kaka does have a 5-second gap. That's lovely to see. He's going to keep this P8. And that's what I told him to do. Just keep that P8. You know, you want to create a 5-second gap. You don't want to battle too much with the guys in front of you. It's also going to be a big question. Nicalino getting past Scottish. Sorry, guys. I totally missed that. But it was because of the DRS, I'm afraid. Cakewalk for FOR. That's a good one. Scottish still sticking to the toe. Oh, with the DRS, he's not going to go for it. But he might be able to make that move down the straight, though. If he can make, if he can keep the 1 second gap to Nicalino, I think he was just waiting for Nicalino to slow down a little bit. Well, to get past, and you know, look at that. Scottish keeping the toe, coming through Sector 1, going down the straight, and he's currently entering Sector 2. Will this be enough for Scottish? I think Nicalino is slowing down a little bit to let Scottish go. Oh, Scottish taking out the FOR driver. He's gonna give back the position, I think. Yes, indeed he is. That's some beautiful racing from Scottish. And now here comes Scottish. Does he have the DRS? He uses a lot of DRS and they crash. No way they crash. No way they crash. Scottish crashing out. Well, it could be the other way around too. Scottish is gonna lose a position. Oh, drama in the last lap of the race. Drama. And who is the one mistaken here? Who will get the penalty? No way. Scottish having a broken front wing. He's gonna get overtaken by Lord Jinsey. He might be overtaken by some other drivers. Kieran, Kaka, all those guys are gonna be able to make the overtake. And the box making the overtake on his teammate. So FOR is going to be finishing possibly P3 and P5, P6. Depends on where Scottish, Lord Jinsey, and all those guys are going to end up in. Here comes Lord Jinsey. Makes the overtake on Scottish. Scottish trying to get the slipstream. I'm afraid it's not going to be enough for Scottish. He needs to brake a little bit earlier to not go into the wall. Not go into the wall. Not go into the wall. Oh, that was really close. Everyone is squeezing their butt at the moment. Scott is losing so many positions. That is such an unfortunate incident. Kieran makes the overtake on Lord Jinsey to grab P5. And will they still be able to make the overtake on Nicalino? I don't think so. Oh, Kieran is lagging a little bit here. This might be... that is a little bit sketchy. Will they be able to make the overtake on Nicalino? Nicalino does have a lot of straight line speed now, though. Look at that gap. Nicalino is going to finish in P4, but who will get a penalty for that incident? The Steps is going to try and get past Elfie, despite being in the top 5. Oh, someone crashed. Oh, it's William going really slow. Despite being in the top 5 earlier, Lord Jinsey, Kieran, Scotty takes up a position from Lord Jinsey. No, from Kieran. Kieran. Oh, Kaka. No, it's Kaka. Kaka trying to get past. Oh no, Kaka has to watch out for that 5-second time penalty though. Kaka now winning the battle on track. Thank you for the follow, Limp. Well done. Really appreciate it. And there we have got a driver in the wall. I think that was Nicalino. Alfie and the Steps. Oh, close battle, but it is going to be Alfie. Close battle. Here comes Skull the Bull. No, it's going to be... Yo, it is. No, who was that? Oh, it's Sheepy Kev, who tried to go down the inside. It was not enough. Thank you very much for the follow, Sinky Wen. Sheepy Kev, what did he do there? It was Sheepy Kev. What a risky move. He just went full into that corner. quite interesting. You missed me. You missed me cross the line. Yeah, sorry, Limp. Really sorry. DZP with the fastest lap in both events. That is indeed true. That is indeed true. So that does mean something. GG, solid drive from a couple of guys. I do think we're gonna see some reports. I do think we're gonna see some leaks leave. I have no idea. Something. But this was King of Leagues. This was King of Leagues, guys. We are going to be going over the results. I'm going to do a quick point calculation, and then we'll see who ends up in P1. It's probably going to be FOR, but they do get a 5-point reduction for not running the same livery. William in P1 with the fastest lap of 132 point something, 0.9. That is actually going to be the only 132 or 133 in this race. Ollie in P2 for BP, and then we've got the Box and Nicalino for FOR in P3 and P4. Lord Jinsey for F1RL in P5. They're going to be scoring some good points for the team. Well, he's going to be scoring some good points for the team. Kieran in P6, Scottish in P7, Kaka in P8, Derek in P9, and the Steps in P10. Further, we've got Alfie, JDM, Elizabeth, and Skuldable, Nikolai in P15. And that is going to be Sheepykef being the last one out of the grid. And then, of course, we've got our DNFs, Robin, McLeod, Robin, and Wellsjack. Not too sure what happened to Wellsjack, but that is going to be your race, guys. And I'm going to do a quick point calculation. So I think I'm assuming that FOR is in P1. I think BP is going to be in P2, but I could be wrong, simply because Derek is the only one to score points for GRL. And it might be DZP in P4, but that will all be, well, for after the event. I'll do the point calculation after the reports have been sent, have been dealt with, all that kind of stuff. So if you got involved into an incident, make sure to report it all in the Discord server. I would highly appreciate it. Because it could be that drivers get kicked from the event from dirty driving, or that they get a bigger penalty than they should get. Well, because it's the last race, because it's the last lap, something like that, just to gain points, something like that. It's a big kind of procedure. So, guys, I'm still looking for admins and managers of the event for the 4th event. So make sure to DM me if you're interested in being a part of the King of Leagues team. I would like to thank our sponsors for sponsoring this event. It was GridFinder, which is a website that helps you as a league owner to post your league on GridFinder and find new drivers. But also as you as a driver who wants to find new leagues, sign up on the GridFinder website. It's super easy. Make sure to check them out. Their link is in the Discord. And also check out Divine Eye Racing, both drivers tonight being very clean, being very good. And it's a great league. I've been a commentator for them for quite some time already. They're dedicated, they're lovely, they're well managed and everything. They're sponsoring the event too, so make sure to check them out. They race on Mondays and Tuesdays. Their Discord link is also in the channel, in the Twitch channel, also in the Discord server, so make sure to check them out too. Guys, I would like to thank you very much for watching the event, for sticking with me for a long time already, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. By the way, the most stable crossplay lobby I've ever been part of. There we go. There we go, the steps. I'm telling everyone this. Everyone tells me, Thomas, there's no way crossplay is good. There's no way crossplay is great, blah, blah, blah. And then I tell them, you have never been in my crossplay lobbies. Everyone always gives me a compliment about my crossplay lobbies. And that, no, it is bad. Oh. What do you mean? Was it a bad crossplay lobby? How was it a bad crossplay lobby? The steps. You said the most stable crossplay lobby. Well, you know what? DM me about it. Guys, I'm going to finish off the stream here. I hope you guys had an amazing evening, a pleasant evening, and I wish you guys all good luck in the 4th edition of King of Leagues. I hope all leagues take part again, but that's going to be something for later. Guys, thank you very much for watching the live stream. My name was Phoebe Thomas, and I hope you guys have a great evening. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.